This is from the book called Jehovah's Witnesses, Proclaimers of God's Kingdom, and was published by the Watchtower in 1993. And I think only Jehovah's Witnesses are able to receive this book if they order it at their literature counter at their Kingdom Halls. This is from page 64, and you can see the newspaper clippings of Charles Taze Russell's death, and under his gravestone it says, on October 31st, 1916, 64-year-old Charles Taze Russell died on a train at Pampa, Texas. Many newspapers reported on the funeral. If anybody has scans of these newspaper articles, that would be really cool to check those out. Please leave a comment if you know where I could get some. I haven't really done research on that yet. So there is the first paragraph here that I'll talk about, because that's all they really show regarding his death. So it says, after funeral services at the temple in New York and at Carnegie Hall in Pittsburgh, Brother Russell was buried at Allegheny in the Bethel family plot, according to his request. A brief biography of Russell along with his will and testament was published in the Watchtower of December 1st, 1916, as well as in subsequent editions of the first volume of Studies in the Scriptures. There's something missing from this book. This is the souvenir report of the Bible Students Convention from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, January 2 to 5th, 1919. This is Judge J.F. Rutherford. And look how distinguished looking he is. Those glasses. And his bottle of booze behind him. Okay. I'll just read this a little bit here. In sending out this souvenir convention report, we do so with the prayer that the Lord's people will receive as great spiritual benefit from its perusal as we have in its preparation. Yours in the Master's service, G.O. A. Glendon, Jr. Okay, now we're going to get into the meat of things here. What is this? Well, that's a pyramid with the words Watchtower Bible and Tract Society written on it. Dead with Christ, risen with Christ. Pastor C.T. Russell. Under the Holy Bible. Okay. And that is a Knights Templar Freemason sign with a cross and crown inside the wreath. And on top is the capstone on which the Bible students believed was Jesus, resembling Jesus. The Bible actually says that Jesus is the cornerstone, but we'll take that for now for what it is. And here is a different grave marker, Pastor C.T. Russell, and we'll read about this pyramid. It says, at the grave, on Monday, a party of about 150 was conducted by Brother Bonnet to the grave of Brother Russell. Upon a hillside sloping towards the south, we joined hands around the grave and sang, blessed be the tie that binds our hearts in Christian love. The fellowship of kindred minds is like to that above. Our glorious hope revives our courage every day, while each with expectation strives to run the heavenly way. Long, long be my heart with such memories filled, like the vase in which roses have once been distilled. You may break, you may shatter the vase if you will, but the scent of the roses will cling to it still. One last lingering look upon the scene recalled the peaceful manner of our pastors passing beyond the veil. Brother Rutherford's words came to mind. I am glad this prison experience was reserved for us, rather than for our dear brother Russell. We visited the marble works and there watched the workmen slowly but surely chisel out the monument to be erected as a memorial to the Society. The Watchtower Society burial lots in Rosemont United Cemeteries, 5 miles due north of Pittsburgh City, contain ample grave space for all the members of the Bethel family and the Pilgrims and their wives, in all more than 275 adult graves. In the exact center of the Bethel lot will be erected diagonally the pyramid-shaped monument as designed by Brother Bonnet and accepted by Brother Russell as the most fitting emblem for an enduring monument on the Society's burial space. The size of this structure is 9 feet across the base, and its apex stone is exactly 7 feet above the ground surface level. It rests upon a concrete foundation 5 feet deep and heavily reinforced with barbed wire, the work of Brother Bonnet, who would not entrust this important task to anyone else, so we are assured the job was well done. The brother gave a full description of the securing of the rock material after fruitless attempts extending over a period of about 5 years. At the time, he piloted the conventionists to the cemetery and urged us to help ourselves to souvenir chips in the shop of the granite worker nearby. These monster blocks of pink, Brother Russell's favorite tint, granite, were brought all the way from Granite Mountain Quarries near Marble Falls City in Texas upon a special flat car and are said to be about 95% flint rock. Each slope of the pyramid will face one of the large lots, and on each of these slopes is cut in 4-inch embossment a teacher's Bible, on the pages of which will appear the names of the ones buried there. The burial space for Brother Rutherford was indicated, and his name, like that of Brother Russell, will be at the top of opposite Bible pages. A Bible space being set apart for the pilgrims, all in one lot of 48 grave space, so all their names will appear on the same Bible. Above the Bibles are spaces for inscriptions in full, WTB, NTS, IBSA, dead with Christ, risen with Christ, etc. And above these the cross and crown and wreath, and the whole capped with the apex stone, highly polished, its shape of course being pyramidal. Within the structure, encased in a block of granite, will be a sealed metal box in which is a complete set of carital scripture studies, the memorial tower, and one of every tract, photographs of Pastor Russell, a copy of the Society's charter, and many other things to interest the people who at some future date may open the pyramid and find them. That is interesting because the Freemasons always have the time capsule inside their cornerstone. When they build a new building, they have the cornerstone, and have this inside. Brother W.M.B. Hurst of Pittsburgh, who was Assistant Superintendent of the United Cemeteries under Brother Bonnet's general charge, will have the care of Brother Russell's grave in the pilgrimage absence of Brother Bonnet. It is expected the monument will be in place before the next decoration day. Any truth people desiring a chip of the stone may send postage enough to carry a piece about the size of an egg, with enough additional to pay the society for the trouble of having it wrapped for the mail. Best for class members to order collectively. So, Jehovah's Witnesses, if you really want to see this pyramid standing on the Bethel plot and erected by the Society of the Bible Students / Jehovah's Witnesses, you can search this as it is still standing as a monument to the Watchtower. And in your history book, Proclaimer's book, you will not find this. That is why this is a secret to you. A Jehovah's Witness secret.